Hello and welcome to the Champions Cup Group B. The second game of day 2 will see Cantú of Italy against CD ILUNION of Spain in what should be a barn burner of a match. Both of these teams are 1-0, looking to go 2-0 in the competition. Cantú with a win over Hier's yesterday, and ILUNION with a win over Gran Canaria, a 5-point win over Gran Canaria last night for ILUNION. And this is actually a rematch of the 2017 Champions Cup final and the 2018 semi-final, where ILUNION were victorious on both occasions. 2018 was actually the last time Cantú made an appearance at the Final Four. ILUNION are 3-time Champions Cup winners. 2017 was actually the last time they won the Champions Cup, and Cantú have never won the Champions Cup, but they've been a runner-up on 2 occasions. Just looking through how the teams got here, I must admit I'm having a mishap with the live stats, but Cantú, they had a phenomenal game yesterday against Hier's. The 4 big lineup that Cantú run, with Anna Parsfeld as the low pointer, and then the 4 big of Bezzetti, Gabas, Bordun and Carasino were really effective. Carasino top scored the game with 32 points personal. He shot 65%. Bordun had 19 points and 11 assists. He shot at 62%. And Sabri Bezzetti, Cantú's newest signing from Santo Stefano, he had 14 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for him, and he shot at 58%. Meanwhile, for ILUNION, they had a rough game yesterday, shooting as low as 30% as a team. And Bill Latham had a double-double of 14 points, 16 rebounds. Luis Hassel also had 14 points, and Greg Warburton with the main facilitator racking up 11 assists. But nonetheless, this should be a great game, a rematch of the 2017 Champions Cup final. So I'm looking forward to this one. And I do apologise, I am having difficulty loading the live stats for some reason. Yeah. So unfortunately the live stats are not loading, but I'm sure we'll see who the starting 5s are in a moment. I would assume they remain unchanged. And this on paper has been the most anticipated game in this this group. As we have the current Italian champions against the current Spanish champions. As ILUNION will start with Warburton, Diallo, Hassel, Latham and Sticks. And Cantú going with that 4 big lineup of Bezzetti, Gabas, Carasino, Bordun and Parsfeld. Bezzetti and Hassel in for the tip. Cantú in the white, ILUNION in the black with a yellow trim. Champions of Italy versus champions of Spain. Here we go, a rematch of the 2017 Champions Cup final. And ILUNION win the tip. Hassel with the height advantage over Bezzetti. Here is Latham. Warburton over to Hassel. Hassel at the top, makes it. And Hassel immediately scores. Quick start for ILUNION. Here's Bezzetti with pace. A raucous home crowd here in Madrid for ILUNION. Here is Bardun. Fires, and it rattles out. Offensive rebound Gabas. And a miscommunication on the pass. And it will remain Cantú possession. I must admit, I did think Gabas threw it out of bounds there, or tried miscommunicated to get the pass to Bardun. Nonetheless, Cantú ball. Gabas fires. Cannot meet the mark. Yellow with the rebound. And here is Warburton. Trademark Greg. It's short. Not at the best tournament overall as Warburton. Shooting wise at least. And there is Carasino. Bezzetti with the offensive rebound. Nothing falling for Cantú at the moment. They hustle for the offensive rebound. Bezzetti makes space, finds Gabas. Gabas has to fire. And Gabas just put up a Hail Mary shot there. Here is Warburton. To Latham. Back over to Warburton on the baseline. And that is the Greg Warburton we're used to seeing. From the baseline. ILUNION up by 4. Here is Carasino. The Cantú captain. Finds Bezzetti. Over to Gabas. Bardun works his way around, and Adolfo Bardun, the Cantú veteran, gets the first score for the Italian. Bardun, the Argentine international. And here is Latham from the elbow. It rattles out. Hassel with a big rebound. Second time is the charm for the big man. And Bardun pressing out Hassel in the backcourt. Here is Carasino. 4-on-4 right now. Latham with the rebound. Perhaps nerves getting to Cantú. Hassel off the glass. And the big man from Mexico is hyped up. ILUNION out to a 6-point lead. Cantú call the timeout. And loud chants of Vamos ILUNION from the hometown crowd. And again, unfortunately we cannot get the live stats working here at the table, but I'll keep trying. Right now it's ILUNION with a 6-point lead over Cantú. Here we go. The live stats are finally back. Great to see. And 6 of ILUNION's 8 points coming from the big man Hassel. Under 7 minutes remaining in the first. Here is Carasino working his way around, gets it swatted away by Warburton, picked up by Diallo. Great hands from Warburton. And Bezzetti with the interception brings great pace to this Cantú side. Bordoon, a 3! It's short. And Hassel being pressed by Bezzetti. Diallo inside, and it rattles off the rim. And Cantú advance the ball. Here's Carasino. Gets it to go. Carasino had a great game yesterday. 32 points, 65% from the field for the Cantú captain. 4-point ball game. Here is Warburton. Latham doesn't go for Latham. Possession remains with ILUNION. And ILUNION will be looking for some redemption after their performance yesterday against Gran Canaria. They did get the win, but the game was a lot closer than anticipated. And a miscommunication on the pass. It will stay with ILUNION. This time a sideline ball. 12 on the clock for ILUNION. Hassel inside. Fouled on the shot. Foul is on Gabas. And Hassel at the line. Native of Leon. Mexican international. Been with ILUNION for 3 seasons now. Makes the first. Goes 1 of 2. And possession stays with ILUNION. Cantú immediately turn over the ball. 5-point lead ILUNION. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first period. And Warburton fires and hits. And Greg Warburton pumped up. Ready for this battle of a game. Here is Gabas. Carasino wide open, can't get it to fall. Rebound Latham. And here is Warburton once again. Foul. Foul against Patsvald. Excuse me, sorry. Foul against Sticks. So Cantú will inbound. Gabas finds Patsvald to Carasino. And miscommunication on the pass. Cantú keep it alive. Bordoon wide open. Clutch from Adolfo Bordoon. 5-point ball game. Latham can't get it to go off the glass. Long pass from Bezzetti. Bordoon chases it and he gets it. Back-to-back points from Bordoon, and it's a 3-point ball game, one possession in it. Warburton, Latham, deflected. Latham gets it, and Bill Latham delivers. Carasino once again for Cantú. Gabas works his way inside. Carasino baseline, bang. 3-point ball game, back and forth affair. This is what it's all about. Two of the absolute best teams in the world doing battle here today. Italian versus Spanish champions. Diallo foul. Foul goes against Gabas. Second personal. And Diallo at the line. Makes the first. Diallo won the Paralympic silver medal in Rio with Team Spain. Native of Gran Canaria. Makes both. Gives ILUNION a 5-point lead. 3.5 remaining. Here is Carasino. Bordoon is fouled. Didn't quite catch who that foul was on. Cantú ball, 16 to shoot. And Bordoon fires over Hassel and gets it to go. Adolfo Bordoon is fired up. Back to a 3-point game. Warburton. Hassel. Off the glass. Gabas finds Bordoon. Carasino on the baseline, it rattles off the rim. Here is Latham. Double-double in yesterday's game, 14 points, 16 rebounds for Latham. And a scramble for the ball. Foul is on Carasino. His first personal. That is Cantú's third team foul. Each team has 5 team fouls to give per quarter. And for every additional foul, they'll send their opponents to the line. Here is Warburton. A 3 from Warburton. Off the back iron. And there is Carasino, 1-1. Chance for the bonus bucket for Carasino. The Cantú captain, Italian international from Arenzano. 32 points in yesterday's game, shot 65% from the field. Makes the bonus bucket, and it's a 2-point ball game. Under 2 minutes remain in the first. Here is Hassel finding Warburton. Over to Latham, inside to Hassel, under pressure. Hassel gets it to go. And the big man, such a dominant force inside the paint. Burdoon fires and hits. Electric from Burdoon. Back to a 2-point game. Warburton is fouled. Greg Warburton, 3-time Paralympian, won the Paralympic silver medal in Paris. Makes the first. Started his wheelchair basketball career with the Manchester Mavericks. And the second. That puts ILUNION up by 4. Minute remaining in the first. Blocked by Latham, foul by Latham. Foul by Latham on Gabas. Actually, they call the foul on Warburton. His second personal. Both teams on 14 fouls. Carasino from downtown off the back iron. Slightly rushed offense from Cantú. Here is Warburton. Latham. Hassel once again. And the big man keeps delivering. ILUNION now by 6. Carasino, Burdoon on the fade, Burdoon can't get it to fall. Latham quickly up the floor, buzzer beater from Diallo, and it's good. ILUNION at the end of the first, up by 8. A sensational last second play between Diallo and Latham. ILUNION by 8 at the end of the first. Incredible. And Cantú just cannot find an answer for Luis Hassel. He's got 13 points already, 6 of 7 from the field, shooting at 85%. He's ILUNION's leading scorer. And chip-ins from Warburton with 6 points, 50% from the field. And for Cantú, Burdoon has 10, he's 5 of 8. And Carasino with 7. And ILUNION, a much better start for ILUNION. They're shooting 52% from the field, 9 of 17. Cantu at 42%, 8 of 19. And ILUNION win that first quarter by 8. And a big thank you to everyone tuning in on the IWBF Europe YouTube channel. Quick score for Cantu. Here's Warburton with a 3. It's short. Hassel finds Diallo, and Diallo once again inside. ILUNION have the height advantage inside. And it's back to an 8-point game. Here is Bordoun. Foul is on Sticks. His second personal. Cantu ball, 17 to shoot. And Bedzetti can't get it to go. Great rebound there from Bedzetti. And Carasino cannot convert. It stays with the Cantu. They get a fresh 14. And there you can see Warburton visibly frustrated. And subs coming in for ILUNION. Pincho Ortega and Charlotte Moore. Now Ortega needs to be careful with his fouls. He got fouled out the game last night. Sticks and Warburton take a break. Very, very interesting that they sub Warburton. It's not often they do that, but now ILUNION going forward big with Charlotte Moore. And here is Gabas. 3 is off the mark. So both teams running very similar lineups with a 1 point female and 4 big. Here is Ortega. His first touch of the ball. Ortega. Latham at the top of the key. Further extends ILUNION's lead to 10. And right now ILUNION look in control. Here is Bordoun finding Carasino. Good pressure from ILUNION. Here is Gabas. It rattles off the mark. Bedzetti, big rebound, and what a great finish. Hook finish. And that took Hassel by surprise. Bedzetti with a great score. 8-point game. Here is Ortega. Latham. Can't get that to fall. Bedzetti with the rebound. Carasino baseline bag. Cantu not going away. Back to a 6-point game. Here is Ortega. Drives. Ortega, pump fake. Finds Latham. Inside to Moore. Great move! And Moore and Latham with a pick and roll. A great finish from Charlotte Moore. Expert pick and roll. Great IQ from the low pointer. Bordoun fires. Rush shot. ILUNION straight back on the attack. 8-point game. Ortega, clear lane. Can't get it to fall. Diallo, the putback and one for Diallo. Foul is on Bedzetti. 1 to come. Bedzetti's first personal. First team foul for Cantu. Diallo at the bonus bucket. No good. 10-point ball game. And Bedzetti finds Bordoun. Back to Bedzetti, lovely play. Carasino. Bordoun. And Bordoun, he'll have to force it here. And he can't get it to Gabas. ILUNION come away with it. And it'll be an end line possession for ILUNION as Ortega and Carasino are tangled up. Ortega, shot is short, and here is Bedzetti finding Bordoun. Bordoun works his way around the arc, finds Carasino. Hatzfeld adds the screen. Carasino can't get the baseline shot to go. It'll be ILUNION ball. Ten-point lead, ILUNION. And a reminder, this is Spanish champions versus Italian champions. And this is actually a rematch of the 2017 Champions Cup final. Ortega. And it's intercepted by Bedzetti, phenomenal hands. Here is Gabas, fast break. Gabas gets it to go. Lovely transition from Cantu. 8-point ball game. And here is Hassel. He's been quiet this quarter. Here is Ortega. Diallo adds the screen. And Ortega can't get it to go off the glass. Gabas with the rebound. Bordoun. Carasino. And Bordoun chases it. And Carasino will have to fire. And a shot clock violation from Cantu. Unable to get the shot to go within the 24 seconds. Four and a half remaining. It is an 8-point game in favour of ILUNION. Ortega drives. Can't get it to fall. Hassel with a second chance and the putback. And that is trademark Hassel. Four minutes remaining in the half. 10-point lead, ILUNION. Here is Bordoun. Finds Gabas. Gabas can't get it to go. And Ortega fouled by Bedzetti. And Ortega and Bedzetti exchanging words. ILUNION ball. Latham off the glass. as reliable as ever for Bill Latham. Had a double-double of 14 points, 16 rebounds in yesterday's game. 12-point lead ILUNION, their largest lead of the game. Gabas. Benzetti inside, can't get it to fall, and ILUNION just relentless, piling on the pressure. And Ortega tried to steal the ball away from Patsfeld there. It's getting very fiery on court between the champions of their respective leagues. Super aggressive defense from ILUNION. They've definitely come into this game with a fire. As we have subs for Cantú. Benzetti, Gabas and Carasino take a break. In comes in yesterday's game, 11 points from the bench for DiMaggio. A timeout called. With over 3 minutes remaining. It is a 12-point lead for ILUNION. And ILUNION are winning this quarter right now, 12 points to 8. Hasso is up to 15 points. Arsenal 7 of 9 from the field. Diallo on 8. Latham on 6. Warburton on 6. So fairly spread out scores, minus Hasso for ILUNION. And for Cantú, Bordoon leads the way with 10. Carasino on 9. And Gabas with 4. We're doing 55% from the field. Here is Pogovic, finds DiMaggio. DiMaggio adds height to this Cantú side. DiMaggio can't get it to go. Cantú ball. Hasso just lost possession of it. Here is DiMaggio, has to heave, and another shot clock violation for Cantú. ILUNION just super aggressive with the defensive pressure here. And a technical has been called. Excuse me, it wasn't a technical, it was a warning. So they gave a warning. Here is Ortega. Sets himself up. Inside to Diallo. Under heavy pressure, Diallo gets it to go. Sensational finish from Diallo. 2 minutes remaining. Here is Pogovic finding Verdun with a mismatch, no good. A second chance, Verdun again at the elbow. This time it's clutch. 12-point game. And a miscommunication from Latham. Couldn't find Hassel on that occasion. And it's Cantu ball. Can they chip into this 12-point deficit? Here is Damaji. Fires. No good. Latham too hard off the glass. Rebound Verdun. And it's wrestled away. The foul is going to be called on Ortega. His first personal. Now remember, Ortega needs to be careful with his fouls. He's alright for the time being, but he did get fouled out last night. Here is Verdun. Across to Damaji. Damaji puts it up and it's nothing but net. We're back to a 10-point game. Hassel, he's ILUNION's leading scorer with 15. Interception from Damaji. And Damaji putting in the work, coming in off the bench. First personal for Damaji. We're dealing with a mismatch. This is back out to Pogenvish. Verdun. Pogenvish can't get it to go. Latham. Ortega one-handed gets it to go off the glass. And that'll bring an end to the half. It's ILUNION with a 12-point lead over Cantu. ILUNION 41, Cantu 29. And Hassel leads the way in the game with 15 points, 7 of 9 from the field. Diallo with 10, 4 of 6. And chip-ins from Latham and Warburton both with 6. Meanwhile, for Cantu, Verdun leads the way with 12 points, shooting 50% from the field. Carasino with 9. And in terms of overall shooting percentages, ILUNION still maintaining a 52% percentage. 18 of 34. Cantu down to just 35% after their dominant win yesterday against Sierres. And the 4 big lineup of Cantu that we saw yesterday that was extremely dominant is struggling with this height of this ILUNION side. So it's ILUNION that lead at the half by 12. ILUNION 41, Cantu 29. And there's some big games coming up in the Champions Cup across the groups actually. Actually tipping off in 5 minutes in Group C. We'll see host Landil take on Bilbao in what should be a barn burner of a game. That's being that's taking place in Wetzlar, Germany. And I'll be back with you for the arguably the most anticipated game here in Group B. Spanish champions ILUNION against Italian champions CANTÚ. Be back with you in around about 13 minutes. Thank you very much. And make sure you stay tuned and watch all the action on the IWF Europe YouTube channel. Thank you very much. We are about to get back underway. Champions Cup Group B action between Spanish champions ILUNION and Italian champions Cantú. It's ILUNION that have a 12-point lead right now against Cantú. And we're about to get back underway. ILUNION with the first possession of the game. Terry Bywater into the game for the first time. The legend of the game at this point, 7-time Paralympian. He's been in Madrid, he's been with ILUNION for 18 years. And here is Bywater. Can't find Ortega. Miscommunication on the pass. Verdun finds Carasino. Verdun fires and hits. Much needed score for Cantú, and we're back to a 10-point game. And ILUNION running a 3-big lineup with Warburton and Moore. Latham on the outside, it's short. And a chance for Cantú to come back here. Carasino, baseline, bang. 8-point game. Here is Bywater. Finding Warburton. Warburton, catch and shoot. Gets it to go. Cantú with another score. Here is Bywater. Looking to drive. Finds Latham. Latham fading away. Can't get it to fall. 8-point game. Can Cantú come back? Here is Bezzetti. Finding Carasino. Carasino, nothing but nets. And here we go. It is heating up. 7-point ball game. Bywater works his way inside. Bywater takes it himself and gets his first shot of the game to go. Works his way around, fires, rattles out, and Ortega and Verdun take a tumble. Bywater once again in control. Latham, Bywater, fading away, and a miscommunication on the pass. I think that hit Greg Warburton's impaired hand. And here is Verdun finding Carasino. Inside to bed, Zetti with a score. And that forces ILUNION to call a timeout. It is a 6-point ball game. Six and a half to go in the third. Cantú have come back. They are winning this quarter 8-4 right now. And 4 of these ILUNION players, that being Latham, Jose Conde Terry Bywater and Danny Sticks were present the last time these two teams met in the Champions Cup final in 2017. That was the last time ILUNION won the Champions Cup. And the last time Cantu made an appearance at the Final Four was in 2018. And they'll want to do that again. Meanwhile, let's get back underway. Third period, 6.5 to go. 6-point game. Here is Bywater. Ortega fading. Finds Warburton, he has to fire off the glass, and that is Techers from Greg Warburton. As soon as he caught it, he spun around and it went off the glass. Picture perfect from Warburton. 8-point game. And an immediate response from Verdun, Cantu's leading scorer. 6-point game. Bywater. Warburton. Latham will have to fire short. Verdun works his way around, finds Carasino. Inside to Bendetti, lovely pass! And it will stay with Cantu. 14 on the shot clock. And subs coming in for ILUNION. Sticks, Diallo and Hassel. Replacing Moore. Ortega. And Bywater. Hartsfeld inside, lovely pick and roll. And it's a 4-point ball game. Cantu are right back into this. And here we go, this is the most anticipated game in Group B. Italian versus Spanish champions. And here is Warburton. Finding Latham inside to Hassel. And the big man Hassel making an immediate impact. He's ILUNION's leading scorer. He's now got 17 points personal. 6-point game, here is Benzetti. Benzetti with space, and he's fouled on the shot, foul against Diallo. First team foul for ILUNION, and that is Diallo's first personal. 4.5 remaining in the third. Cantu ball, 14 on the shot clock. Benzetti is fouled by Hassel. Regular foul called. I just missed how many Hassel was on there, so I'll go back and look at the stats in a minute. But it's a foul on Hassel. Gabas brings to Carasino on the baseline, gets it to go. Back to a 4-point game. Warburton fouled on the shot, foul against Passveld. And that's second personal on Warburton. Second personal on Passveld, excuse me. Warburton to the line. And Greg Warburton, mentored in the game by the likes of Dan Johnson and the late great Josie Tchaikovsky. is the first. And hits the second. Second is good for the man from Lee in Wigan. 5-point game. It remains in favour of ILUNION. Foul on Cantú. Their first team foul. Here is Carasino finding Gabas. Back to Carasino, baseline for Carasino, and he delivers. And it's a one possession game. 3 points is the difference. 3.5 to go. Here is Warburton. Fires. It's off the mark. Can Cantú capitalise this to make it a 1-point game? Bezzecchi fouled on the shot. Foul against Hassel. And that is Hassel's third personal. He needs to be careful, considering he is ILUNION's leading scorer with 17. And Sabri Bezzecchi, Cantú's newest signing, joined them this season from Santa Stefano. Big buckets needed, and Bezzecchi with the first makes it a 2-point game. Chance for this to be a 1-point game. Sabri Bezzecchi goes 1 of 2. Rebound Hassel. Foul is on Gabas. His third personal. Cantú's second team foul. 2-point ball game. ILUNION on 4 team fouls. 3 minutes remaining in the third. Foul against Cantú. ILUNION ball, 14 on the shot clock. Warburton on the end line inbound. Latham inside, off the glass. And the ever so reliable Bill Latham delivers again. 4-point ball game. Latham dangerous from inside the paint. Here is Carasino. Gabas off the mark. An offensive rebound, Cantú. Play is stopped as Sticks falls out his chair. Cantú ball, 14 on the shot clock. And the referee is letting the aggressiveness play out. Big three for Carasino. It goes off the back iron. Interception, Carasino. Here we go. Carasino. And it's Diallo comes away with it. Big chance here for ILUNION. Hassel, inside, gets it to go. 19 points now for Luis Hassel. Minute 47 remaining in the third. ILUNION by 6. Pressure is on for Cantú. Tarasino to Bezzetti. He gets the second chance, and Cantú unable to beat the shot clock. And Cantú having a word with the referees. They're not pleased with them. There you see Cantú visibly frustrated. One minute 22 to go in the third. ILUNION by 6. Chance for them to extend. Warburton back to Latham. Inside to Hassel. Hassel now at 21 points. Final minutes. ILUNION back up by 8. And Cantú were judged to go off court with that. So you cannot go off court when the ball is in your hands. So that will be a turnover, ILUNION possession. 53 seconds to go in the third. And ILUNION call for a stoppage in players. I believe Danny Sticks has got a flat tire. So Charlotte Moore comes in to replace Sticks. ILUNION ball, 22 on the clock. They keep it in play. Diallo fouled on the shot. Foul against Bordoon. And Diallo at the line. Crucial buckets to make this a potential 10-point game. First is short. Shot is short for Gabas, and ILUNION will have 13 seconds to get something going here. Hassel make that 23 points for Hassel. And at the end of the third, it's a 10-point lead for ILUNION. ILUNION 58, Cantú 48. And ILUNION win that quarter 21-15. And Hassel is the game leading scorer, 23 points. He's had a phenomenal game. He's 10 of 12 from the field, 83%. Then Diallo on 10. And Warburton has racked up 11 points, shooting 50% from the field. And for Cantú, Bordoon leads the way with 20. He's shooting at 58% from the field. Carrasino on 15. And no other Cantú players in double figures. So, excuse me, ILUNION win that quarter 19-17. And in terms of overall stats, ILUNION a very respectable 56% from the field, 26 of 46. Cantú at 41%, 23 of 55. And we are getting set for the fourth and final quarter. And you can see a lot of you are very active in the live chat. Shout out to Darren Warburton. Hope you're enjoying this game. And here is Gabas. Can't get it inside to Bezzetti. And the ball came off an ILUNION player. Will be Cantú ball. They trail by 10. Here is so Cantú will get the ball back again from the sideline. 14 on the clock. A much needed score needed for Cantú. Bordoon can't get that to fall. Offensive rebound, Carrasino. And he gets the putback. Carrasino now on 17 points personal. Warburton catch and shoot. Can't get that to fall. I said catch and shoot. Warburton went all the way with that one. Bordoon, a big three needed. Bordoon delivers a three. And it's a 5-point ball game. Warburton fires. And it's short. Bezzetti. Aggressive rebound there. And the pressure is on for Cantú. They trail by 5. Can they pull it back? Here is Carrasino. Bordoon, the hot hand. Back to Carrasino. Baseline. Short for Carrasino. 5-point ball game. Here is Warburton. Latham. Warburton. Hassel can't get the bucket to go on that attempt. He's now 10 of 13. Carrasino. Bordoon. Back to Carrasino again on the baseline. Carrasino, it rattles out. Big rebound for Bezzetti. Here is Bordoon. Gabas has to fade. And he can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, Cantú. Bordoon, a three. Short. Seven minutes remaining. 5-point game. Warburton works his way around. Latham. Much needed score there for ILUNION. And it's the reliable Bill Latham once again. Seven-point game. Cantu in transition. There's Bezzetti. Brings it right back to a 5-point game. Under 7 minutes remaining. Neither team backing down. And this is what the Champions Cup is all about. A miscommunication on the pass. Cantu ball. And there you see, I must admit, whoever's passing to Warburton needs to be mindful of his hand impairment. Nevertheless, it's Cantu ball. And it's short for Bardoon. And ILUNION immediately up the floor. Warburton pressured by Bardoon, hunting down that impaired hand of Warburton. And Latham once again reliable off the glass. Much needed for ILUNION. 7-point game. ILUNION ball. Latham, he's got 10 points personal. Here is Warburton. Fires and hits. And that is trademark Greg Warburton. 9-point lead now for ILUNION. Their largest lead of the game was 12. Can Cantu come back? Still 5.5 remaining. And Cantu roll the ball to conserve time on the clock. Bardoon, a 3 is good for Bardoon. 7-point ball game, but Bardoon's been electric from beyond the arc. Here is Warburton on the baseline, and Greg Warburton, when ILUNION need him the most, he delivers from the baseline. Back to a 9-point game. 5 minutes to go. Yeah. Bardoon 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. We are underway for the final 5 minutes of this game. ILUNION lead by 9. Cantu in the white, ILUNION in the black with the yellow trim. Italian champions against Spanish champions. A rematch of the 2017 Champions Cup final. Also a rematch of the 2018 Champions Cup semi-final, which was the last time Cantu made an appearance at the Final Four. back when the great Ian Sagar played for them. And here is Carasino. Puts it up from the elbow. This needs to go, and it doesn't. Diallo with the rebounds. And Hassel, he's leading the game with 23 points. Warburton, Latham. Latham's now got 12 points personal. And ILUNION lead by 11. The largest lead of the game was 12. And if Cantú want to come back now, everything needs to go. Here is Bordoon. Gabas. Carasino. Heavily pressured. And it's intercepted by Warburton. Warburton goes all the way, can't get it to go. Latham, he's now got 14 points. Great offensive rebound there from Latham. 13 points. And Bordoon can't get the three to go. This is ILUNION's largest lead of the game. Latham. Guarded by Bordoon. Inside to Hassel, blocked. And the foul committed by Bezzetti. Excuse me, the foul committed by Bordoon. That's his fourth. And Hassel at the line. He's the game leading scorer with 23. Big rebound for Carasino. Hassel unsuccessful from the line. Here is Bordoon. Bordoon. Foul by Latham. Third personal for Latham. ILUNION's second team foul. And one for Cantú. Bezzetti with the score. Three-point play is good for Bezzetti. 10-point game, 3 minutes to go. It is possible for Cantú, but everything needs to go. Here is Warburton. Hassel for 25. It's no good. Foul on Latham. His fourth personal. Fourth team foul for ILUNION. So they need to be careful with their fouls in the remaining 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Carasino a three. Short. and Warburton slows it down, running the clock working in ILUNION's favour. Latham can't get it to fall. Verdun finds Bezzetti underneath. Bezzetti can't get it to fall. Carasino underneath, and it's good. 8-point game. Under 2 minutes remaining. Cantú fighting to the very end. Latham heavily pressured. Warburton inside to Hassel. And a shot clock violation for ILUNION. Cantú ball. Minute and a half remaining. 8-point game. Timeout ILUNION. Four ILUNION players in double figures. Hassel with 23, Latham with 16, Warburton with 15, and Diallo with 10. And Verdun still leading the way for Cantú Verdun with 25, and Carasino with 19, Bezzetti with 10. Final minute and a half. And Cantú roll the ball to conserve time. Clock will not start until they pick up the ball. 8-point game. They can't convert. Here's Warburton on the fast break, finding Diallo. And Diallo makes it a 10-point game with a potential dagger from Diallo. And a foul committed by Sticks. Excuse me, they call a foul on Cantú. So ILUNION ball, minute and 3 seconds remaining. And a foul committed by Patsveld, unsportsmanlike on Patsveld. So that will send Warburton to the line, and Warburton will go to the line and ILUNION will get possession after the free throw shots. And the first is good for Warburton. And the second. ILUNION once again by 12. Largest lead of the game was 13. And back into the game for the final minute is Bywater. Here is Terry, and possession stays with ILUNION. 12 to shoot. And Bywater was one of the 4 players that was part of ILUNION when they last beat Cantú in the 2017 Champions Cup final. And these two are the favourites in the group to go through to the quarter-finals. Verdun pressuring Warburton, and Bywater has it, can't make it. Here is Gabas finding Carasino, lovely play. 10-point quick play from Cantú, brings it back to a 10-point game. 30 seconds remaining. And Latham delivers. Final seconds. Verdun, a 3. Short. And that brings an end to the game. ILUNION take the 12-point win. ILUNION 76. Cantú 64. ILUNION go 2-0. Cantú are now 1-1. And I've been told by the crew that we need to do a quick wrap up here, so congratulations to ILUNION, commiserations to Cantú, a valiant effort. And stay tuned for tomorrow, a great day of action in the morning. Cantú versus Gran Canaria at 10 o'clock local time. ILUNION versus Hieres at 12:30 local time in the final day of action here at the Champions Cup Group B. I'm signing off for now. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.